Happy Tuesday, August 26th. I wanted to share a quick video and talk about AI, specifically in the aviation insurance industry, because there's like a lot of fluff going on. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things, and a lot of those things aren't true. And so in the last couple years, kind of as ChatGPT came to be, we didn't know how AI was going to play out and impact our industry, but now the picture is becoming clearer and clearer and clearer. And so I want to share a couple ways that AI is going to change our industry, our beautiful aviation insurance industry. And so here's a little bit. First of all, if you don't know, I'm Matt White, CEO of BWI. We insure over 10,000 aircraft. I also created iFlyQuote. I've worked with lots of insurance companies, underwriters, brokers. I built our own CRM platform. I've been involved in technology for way too many years. And so I'm able to see a very clear picture of where this is going. And I want to share a couple things about it. So first of all, AI, it's not going anywhere. If you own an aircraft insurance brokerage, if you're an aviation insurance underwriter, and you think you can sit this one out, it's not going to happen. I mean, you might get past it for a year or two, but it is going to come back and bite hard. So you cannot sit this one out. AI is not going anywhere. It's here to stay. And some people say that AI is going to be bigger than the invention of the internet. Think about that. We use the internet for everything right now, from ordering my favorite oatmeal espresso from Starbucks to banking and even binding aircraft insurance risks on company portals. We use the internet for everything, and AI is going to be bigger than that? How? That's crazy, right? So we know that AI is going to change a lot of things dramatically in the next few years. And again, we're starting to see a clearer picture of how that's going to play out. So tactically, I want to get very specific here on a couple ways, and we'll look at this from kind of all three sides. We'll look at this from the underwriter side, the broker side, and then our customers, aircraft owners. We'll look at it from their side as well. So if you're an aviation insurance underwriter, AI is not going to replace you in the next 2 years. It's not going to take your job for the next 2 to 3 years, okay? Instead, you will begin leveraging AI to make much more data-filled underwriting decisions. And AI will automate all the boring stuff. So all the stuff that you're like, I have to check this box and do that, whatever, AI should do and take care of most of that stuff, leaving you to focus on the high ROI things that you do in your job every day. So AI, in the next few years, if you're an underwriter, it's not going to replace you, but it will give you a lot more tools to make better underwriting, more consistent, higher quality underwriting decisions. So on the underwriter side, your job, your career is safe at least for the next couple years, okay? The way that this plays out, 3 to 5 years, AI will eventually start replacing underwriter jobs. But again, I think, at least for the next couple years, we're safe. You guys are safe for now. Let's talk about AI for aircraft owners. Aircraft owners are beloved customers. Most aircraft owners do not care or like insurance, right? They have to get insurance because they want to protect their investment, but insurance is like, it's like a bad word, right? You have to pay for this thing and you hope it's going to be there when you have a loss, but you don't know. So most people, have insurance is a negative connotation. So let's talk about, for aircraft owners, how AI will impact it. So first of all, aircraft insurance rates with AI over the next few years will begin to diversify. Here's what I mean. Right now, like most underwriters do the underwriting almost nameless, on a nameless basis, right? So they're looking at your pilot, of course, your aircraft, whole value, airport, hangar, tide, all that stuff. They're looking at you as a pilot, and they're looking at your license ratings, total hours, make and model, training, etc. They're looking at the black and white numbers. But with AI, the amount of data that they're going to have is like 100x, right? So they're going to know about specific flights. They're going to know about specific situations. They're going to know more specific things about you personally that will give them a much bigger data set to look at how they want to underwrite you specifically in owning an aircraft, and it will be done in an instant. And so when I say aircraft insurance rates will diversify, I mean if you happen to be a really safe pilot, a risk-averse pilot, right? You're going to get a better rate. You're going to get a more individualized, personalized insurance rate. And if you happen to be a riskier pilot, you're going to end up getting higher rates. So I think insurance rates will diversify over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years as underwriters begin to use all the data that AI has to underwrite better. So for aircraft owners, more diversity in rates, and I think the highlight in this also is the customer service aspect of getting aircraft insurance. Right now it's long, you have to call, you have to wait, the underwriters manually look at it, right? It's a very one-off, back and forth, slow process. It's complicated. Broker, companies block rates and all these things. And so it's like a complicated process right now, or it seems that way, to get aircraft insurance. But with AI, that process will be way simple, way faster, and it should be a breeze to get aircraft insurance here once all the companies and everything starts integrating and building technology. So that leads me to aircraft insurance brokers, my friendly, loving competitors. So let's talk about what AI will do for our aircraft insurance brokers. For the first couple years, so I'm saying from today, August 26th, for the next 2 years, 1 to 2 years from today, AI will start to amplify everything that you can do as an aircraft insurance agent. So you'll be able to compare policies faster, improve your customer service, use AI to automate servicing, and so many more things. And so it basically will amplify you as an aircraft insurance agent or as an aircraft insurance agency owner. If you start using and leveraging AI, you and your team will do everything better, and the value of you and your team will go up dramatically over the next few years. If you think that, you've been in aircraft insurance 40 years and you don't know much about technology, and you're going to sit this one out. You're going to sit AI out and continue business as usual. You will be out of business in 3 to 5 years, 100%. If you do not implement AI completely as soon as you can, your brokerage, I know all about legacy. My brokerage is, 48-year-old family-owned brokerage. The last thing I want to see is my brokerage or anybody's brokerage go out of business. But the reality is that AI will put your brokerage out of business, okay, if you do not implement AI as soon as you can. For the brokerages, the few brokerages that have the technology and the understanding of how to implement AI, you will crush everybody, because your service, your marketing, your responsiveness, your knowledge, the way you come off to your customers, everything will be 100% better, 100 times better than your non-AI competitors. So like everything, imagine if one of your agents calls, to get pilot updates prior to a renewal. Now imagine if they could make 100 calls to that same customer, right, in a half second. There's no way you're going to be able to compete with those brokerages if you don't implement AI. If you do implement AI, you might take almost the whole industry and everything. And so again, if you own an aircraft insurance brokerage and you don't start implementing AI, or you don't know how to implement AI, or you don't have the technology, or maybe you don't have the funding, it's expensive to implement AI, here's what I recommend. I think you should sell your brokerage ASAP for the highest amount you can get. I'm literally just thinking about you as the insurance agency owner. I would definitely try and sell it ASAP for the highest dollar amount you can get, because once AI has started being engaged and implemented within the industry, and large insurance companies or large insurance brokerages start picking up insurance agencies, they're not going to want to pick up somebody or a company that doesn't have the technology to play, to play this out. And so the value of your brokerage is going to go down, right? No matter how many customers or they've been with you 30, 40 years, doesn't matter, right? So I would recommend you sell your brokerage as soon as you can. If you cannot implement AI, or if you don't have the technological systems or background, etc. The only other thing you can do, you can sign up for iFlyQuote. You can start using our AI tools today. This will be an immediate efficiency boost to your brokerage, but it's not going to be enough to save you in the long run. So we're happy to have you on iFly. Of course, we're working to improve iFly, but it's not going to, the improvements you get from iFly won't save you from everything that's coming. So I don't mean to be doom and gloom. I just wanted to tell you guys straight how I think AI is going to play out. There's so many positive things that are coming with AI, but as with everything, there's pluses and minuses. As AI continues to develop, specifically how it pertains to the aircraft insurance industry, I will keep you all updated, and make sure you subscribe to YouTube BWI Fly Live so you get updates as soon as I release a video. What an incredibly exciting time to go through and to be alive for as AI changes the world. And anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe, fly safe. Talk to you later. Bye.